Oh, great work, Donald. You've now pissed off all of Latin America against the United States, and now China and Russia are using that as propaganda to further undermine American international interests. Now, in Panama, there are mass protests taking place in Panama City outside the United States Embassy, referring to America's imperial delusions. People are burning Donald Trump's image and with signs that say F Donald Trump. Let me just show you Panama citizens who are protesting Donald Trump after his comments about conquering Panama. Let's show you this right here. Let's play it. This is how it's being reported by Al Arabiya English News, how Panamanians are gathering outside the U.S. Embassy in Panama City to protest against Donald Trump and his threats to take over Panama. Take a look at this. A lot of the Panamanian unions are also joining together. And again, they're burning images of Donald Trump. They're holding signs that say F Donald Trump. Let me show you what's taking place right here.
Workers' unions in Panama burned the U.S. flag yesterday in protest against Trump's comments threatening to invade the Panama Canal in order to reduce shipping costs for U.S. corporations.
Estamos rechazando las amenazas de Donald Trump. Este territorio de los panameños. Aquí ejercemos nuestra autodeterminación, nuestra soberanía, nuestro canal y nuestro territorio. Ningún oligarca o no oligarca traidor a la patria va a poder ceder este territorio. Los panameños y panameñas los vamos a defender porque es nuestro.
Here's how it's being reported by UHN Plus, the construction union Suntrax in Panama, burning U.S. flags now and protesting Trump after his remarks. The unions all joining together in Panama, strongly opposing any foreign interference in Panama's sovereignty. Play this clip.
Este encendido simbólico del rostro de Trump va dirigido a que se entienda que el pueblo panameño se respeta. Es hacia el gobierno de Trump, al gobierno que quiere entrar asumiendo posición.
And now the president of Panama, we previously played this for you. He's come out with a statement saying that Panama belongs to Panama. Stay the hell out, Donald Trump. Here, let me play this.
Compatriotas, como presidente, quiero expresar de manera precisa que cada metro cuadrado del Canal de Panamá y su zona adyacente es de Panamá y lo seguirá siendo.
And as I mentioned, this is now being used in Chinese and Russian television and propaganda that's now being pushed out there, basically saying, you know, look, here are the people in Panama uprising against Donald Trump. Trump's trying to conquer you. The United States is trying to take you over and conquer you. You need other allies. The goal of China and Russia is to expand their alliances through the BRICS bloc, which is made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and a lot of South American nations are joining I've previously reported how even during the G20 summit in November, the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, who's come out strongly against Donald Trump and in favor of respecting the sovereignty of all nations, whether it's Mexico, nations in Central America, South America, and throughout the world. She was intentionally photographed with President Xi of China, and she was not scheduled to meet with President Xi before Donald Trump started doing all of the things that he was doing. And she was photographed with President Xi. This is a big win for our enemies, big win for China, big win for Russia, as Donald Trump is now attacking our allies consistently. Here's what Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum said about respecting Panamanian sovereignty. Here, let's play this one.
Ahora, ayer también se refirió al tema de Panamá y ahí sí nuestra solidaridad con el presidente de Panamá, que salió muy rápidamente a decir el canal de Panamá es de los panameños, y en efecto el canal de Panamá es de los panameños. Entonces ahí sí nuestra solidaridad, nuestro apoyo al presidente de Panamá, al pueblo de Panamá.
And just so you can also see a little bit more how this is being reported in Russian propaganda, this is how Russian propaganda outlet Sputnik is reporting this. Panama against U.S. imperialism. Dozens of Panamanians gathered for a protest at the U.S. Embassy in response to Trump's threats to take control of the Panama Canal. We categorically reject the imperialist claims of the United States, said one of the participants. Here's what they are showing here. Play this clip. And while that's taking place, which is this kind of anti-imperialist rhetoric, propaganda, but that's the rhetoric being pushed, here's how it's being programmed with American propaganda. On Fox, Donald Trump's former national security advisor, Robert O'Brien, was talking about, we got to take it over. Let's take over Greenland. Let's take over Panama. Here's what he had to say. Let's play this clip right here.
You know, parallels between Trump and Reagan. I talked about this when I was national security advisor on Peace or Strength. Trump saw what's happening to the canal, and he says, we're not going to put up with it anymore, and the Panamanians can get with the program, or we may have to take the canal back.
Wow.
We're seeing foreign leaders, even before Donald Trump takes office, uniting to stand up against Donald Trump. You saw this political cartoon, Canada slapping Donald Trump. Keep my country's name out of your mouth. I did a report about how Canada is beefing up its recruitment efforts and expanding its troops because of Trump's threats and conduct. We talked about how in Denmark, they're increasing their military presence in Greenland after Donald Trump threatened to conquer Greenland. All the while, Donald Trump just keeps making posts on social media about taking over the other nations, but bowing to Vladimir Putin. Trump bragging that that Putin may meet with Donald Trump to talk about Ukraine. Donald Trump promised to end Putin's unlawful invasion, although Donald Trump didn't call it that, in Ukraine within 24 hours. Well, Donald Trump's already failed in that promise. And from our prior reporting and from the Kyiv Independent, Vladimir Putin has rejected Donald Trump's, any proposal Trump's made about ending the war in Ukraine. And Putin and Sergei Lavrov, Putin's top aide in the area, said that we're not making any deal with Donald Trump until he comes begging us with his hands out and begs us. Beg us, Donald, is what they're saying. But otherwise, we're rejecting anything that involves territorial concessions. We're not doing anything. I've had Canadian Member of Parliament Charlie Angus on. This is the message that he's hearing from people from Canada. Play this clip.
But the message that I'm hearing from people across Canada is they're not afraid of you because they know you're a convicted felon. They know that all the people that you bringing in to run your organization right now, and I call it an organization rather than a government, are all grifters and thieves and thugs. We got to look after our own interests right now. We will work with your country. We will work with our great neighbors. But Donald, don't push us around.
Here's one more clip I have from Angus. Let's play it.
We're not going to be slapped around like this. I think there's a tradition in Canada of not wanting to be openly confrontive, which is fair. I think that's who we are. But Donald Trump's a different kind of animal. He's playing for the rage algorithms. And I don't think we should allow him that free reign. So for me, it was really simple, standing up and saying, no, we're going to have tough negotiations, fair play. But this kind of dismissive, idiotic behavior, I mean, he's a juvenile, and I invite Donald Trump, come up anytime in the winter, Donald, try and drive our roads, try and win an argument with any woman in Canada, try and take us on anything where we are very comfortable at. We're pretty tough and resilient people.
So there you have it, folks. Protests in Panama, foreign leaders uniting against Trump. Trump, before he's even taken office, has utterly isolated, alienated the United States, and has strengthened our adversaries across the world. Great work, Donald. You're a real idiot. Everybody hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.